Hello, everyone. This is Zach, and we are getting into another episode of my online ranked double battles. So, we have been switching in between two teams and just making some modifications in between. Last episode, we worked with the G-Max Pikachu, G-Max Charizard team you see here. We added in Tyranitar for some more bulk versus Excadrill. I really didn't get the results I wanted to see. But today we are going to jump back in with the Trick Room G-Max Copperajah team. So one of the changes I made the last episode I used this team is that uh, I added Milotic and Bisharp and Togekiss to give it some longevity outside of Trick Room. The team before was really reliant on Trick Room getting up, and it was a really tough match if I couldn't get it up turn one or couldn't get it up at all. So hopefully this team shows some better results, and I think at the end of this episode, I will choose which team I'm taking to the May International Challenge. Because by the time you're seeing this video, it will be Thursday, and the International Challenge will start at 7 or 8 o'clock here. So we do see the Whimsicott Charizard. We really have to worry about that. We have Meowstic, which could have Fake Out, Trick Room, Taunt support, Milotic, Sylveon, and Duraludon. So we've definitely faced a team like this before. I think we want to go ahead and lead Togekiss Dusclops. We'll get Copperajah in the back and Milotic because that Charizard is really something we need to worry about. Another situation that we could run into is a Milotic versus Milotic situation, which could be very drawn out. I'm trying to figure out who they will lead with. You see that Copperajah, and I think it's really hard not to bring Charizard to this match, so I'd have to say if you bring Charizard, you lead with it. So my opponent's going to lead with Charizard and Duraludon. On the plus side, our Togetic is very threatened. On the upper side, we could see an easy Trick Room go off. So we're just going to follow me to ensure that the Trick Room goes off, and we're going to set Trick Room with Dusclops. Hopefully our Togekiss might go down. Turn 1, which will give us a free switch into Copperajah. But then my issue is here, what do you do from there? But we don't see the Charizard Gigantamax or Dynamax, but we see the Duraludon. So I'm guessing you just want to guarantee that knockout. And I'm worried about Max Darkness. Get Heat Wave to see the chip. And we do see the Max Darkness, so this might take out Dusclops. And Dusclops actually lives on 12. But we do see special defense drops, which is going to be a problem for that next attack. We do see that the Charizard is Life Orb. So what I want to do now is I want to yawn into Duraludon. And Pain Split into the Charizard. I still think my opponent keeps the offense pressure going on here. Because with my lead, there's really no reason not to. We do get some recovery on Dusclops from Pain Split, but it's probably not going to live another Max Darkness. And Togekiss is going to land the Yawn. And we're just going to see Max Steel Spike take out the Togekiss. And Charizard will Heat Wave again. So I'm trying to think of, we've seen Max Steel Spike, we've seen Max Darkness. This Duraludon's probably carrying Max Lightning. So we're going to Starfall and just try get another Pain Split off, but this time on Duraludon. So we do see Duraludon switch out, so we're going to get a Pain Split into something that's coming out fresh. And the Meowstic, so getting half the health out. Getting half the health out on Meowstic is actually a really good start. And we forced my opponent to shorten its Dynamax turns. And it doesn't do much for Togekiss. Not for Togekiss. It doesn't do much against Whimsicott, the Max Starfall. But I think next we just want to Steel Spike. And this would be a good opportunity. How many turns of Trick Room do I have? I have 2 more turns of Trick Room. Let's try to Nightshade into the Whimsicott and see if it has less than 50 health. It doesn't. So, as you can see, Meowstic and Whimsicott chose not to go first, so we're going to be able to see them both attack, but the Meowstic goes down first. The question is, who do you bring in here? I want to say we see the Charizard. And we have the Duraludon, okay. I just want to take the Whimsicott out before Trick Room ends, and then I want to Pain Split into the Duraludon. The Duraludon does protect. I did kind of see that coming, which is why I decided to target the Whimsicott. And we do get +1 in special defense, which will be good against that Charizard and that Duraludon. But I think my best play is to switch out here. Charizard's going to take some spike damage, and this next attack is going to give it some life orb damage. I think it would be best to preserve the Dusclops and swap in the Milotic, because you are going to target down that Dusclops to prevent Trick Room going back up again. And Ally Switch isn't going to stop that with Duraludon. And Copperajah takes that Heat Wave really well with the Assault Vest and the +1 special defense boost. So we do see the Dark Pulse go out into the Milotic spot, and we should be able to take out the Duraludon. No, still not enough. So I don't want to say it so far, but I feel like we have this match pretty sealed up. We can see that Copperajah is definitely going to be able to take another Heat Wave unless it gets doubled into. And Charizard's just going to keep trickling itself down. And that Dark Pulse isn't really going to do much. And this should take care of the Duraludon. So as we can see here, Copperajah actually really benefits from Steel Spikes being up, and then things like the special defense boost that Max Ground gives it, and the Assault Vest, and also tools like Togekiss and Milotic just making Trick Room easier to set up, and then tools that help Copperajah outside of Trick Room. So we're going to jump into our second match, and we're going to continue searching. If you guys like this team, don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope to use it some more. I definitely want to record some of the matches for the May International Challenge, but I don't feel like I'm going to be able to record all 45, so I don't know if I'm going to do like 3 from each day or record and only post the wins. Let me know what you would prefer down in the comments below. But anyways, I'm definitely liking this team more than the Pikachu team, because I like defense a little more, and Copperajah has that, especially with tools like Milotic and Togekiss. So here we see a Colossal team. We have the Meowstic again, the Durant, the Inteleon, and Rotom-Mow, excuse me. I think here we can just go with the same lead. We can go Togekiss and Dusclops and get Trick Room up, and then even maybe prevent a water move going into not Copperajah, but Colossal. Yeah, so we're just going to go with the same lead here as before. I'm worried about what that Meowstic could have. Do the genders carry different abilities, or do they carry the same abilities? So actually, the female Meowstic doesn't carry Prankster, so that's actually really good for us. It does carry Competitive or Infiltrator or Keen Eye. So in the lead, we see Colossal and Inteleon. And we have Weakness Policy and Focus Sash. So we're definitely going to follow me here and just set up our Trick Room. They might choose to target down the Togekiss before they get Trick Room up. The thing is here, with Colossal being up, we could max Milotic in the back Okay, yeah, so you're gonna target, and you're hoping for a flinch. That will prop Togekiss's berry. And we do get Trick Room up. Do we yawn the Colossal or do we try to go for a flinch? I think we're going to get a flinch, and then let's switch out the Dusclops, and hopefully it won't take as much damage. I think if anything, you predict a Togekiss switch. And the Inteleon's going back in. And we're going to see the Rotom-Mow. Which Air Slash would have been a really good play on that switch. Okay, so you do target the Togekiss. I think here we just bring in Milotic. And we really have to target down that Colossal. And Rox is going to definitely do some chip. A lot better chip than what my team offers. Here's the thing, do we get the spikes or do we max the Milotic? I think here it's best to Muddy Water and max Quake. If we don't take out the Colossal, activating its weakness policy is definitely going to be a problem. And we are probably going to see a Thunderbolt, our Thunder come out from the Rotom-Mow into Milotic. Ally switch. So you do get the weakness policy and the Levitate. That's such a good play. And we do activate the weakness policy. So now we have to play ally switch mind games. On the plus side, Colossal does have its speed boost now. So it will be going last in Trick Room. I think we just have to Muddy Water again and hope we predict the ally switch. And he does, and I don't get it right. We are getting some accuracy drops, which worked really well. But I think our Copperajah definitely goes down here. So on the plus side with Milotic, we really don't have to worry about any more ally switch games, because Muddy Water's going to hit both of them. The thing is, do we play ally switch games of our own? We have one more turn of Trick Room, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see Colossal Protect. Or even a double Protect at this. And we're going to go ahead and ally switch. Who avoided? Okay, so the Rotom, that's not bad. And that could be bad. So we have to make a really obvious play here. And I think that's just a Trick Room and Protect. And we don't have Protect, we have Recover. Ooh. I think this is it for this match. So Helping Hand Rock Slide, you're trying to get the flinch. But you do avoid a Dusclops. But Milotic goes down. We do get Trick Room up though. I think the best thing we can do here is just Nightshade the Colossal. Okay, so you're going to let me Nightshade the Rotom-Mow. And my Dusclops is paralyzed, so it doesn't matter either way. We're going to see a Flare Blitz come out into Dusclops, and that's going to take it out. So, you know, that ally switch just totally threw the momentum out of my hand and into my opponent. So that was just a good play. And at that point, once you see ally switch, you have to play a 50-50 guessing game, which always stinks. So I think we have time for one more. I'm trying to think how I could have done that better. I guess I should have not taken the spikes because they weren't doing that many switch-ins anyway, and just tried to guarantee the knockout on Colossal. But then again, I still would have had to make ally switch 50-50 guesses. So we're facing Zabro, and we see Tyranitar, Duraludon, Arcanine, Primarina, Venusaur, and Whimsicott. So I'm worried to see a Duraludon lead, but I think here I actually want to lead Togekiss and Hatterene. Do Copperajah, and Milotic has some good play against Tyranitar and Arcanine. But really does nothing for anyone else. But I can't think of any level of play that would do Bisharp over Milotic in this case. I haven't really brought Bisharp to that many matches. I guess it's just with the steel type of Copperajah, it's kind of... So, Follow Me isn't going to do anything. So I think here we just have to Yawn and Protect. Not Yawn and Protect, Yawn and Trick Room. Because we're probably going to see another Max Darkness come out from the Duraludon. And probably a Fake Tears from the Whimsicott. Let's see what my opponent chooses to do. Fake Tears. Magic Bounce, though. Okay. The thing is, I don't think Hatterene lives anyway, but he does choose to max Steel Spike, and I get the Babiri Berry boost. Okay. And it's just enough. Okay, so we do get Trick Room up by the skin of our teeth, and we get a Yawn onto Duraludon. Now, what I do have to worry about is this Duraludon using Max Lightning, and if you do use Max Lightning, we would definitely see that into the Togekiss. So I think this and a Dazzling Gleam will be good. It won't be that much damage on Whimsicott, but it will be enough to get some good chip and break a potential Focus Sash. And actually, that does a lot to Whimsicott. And we take the Steel Spike into Copperajah, and Duraludon is going to fall asleep. He does get a defense boost though, so that is kind of bad. And we're going to see a Moonblast come out. But next up we see Duraludon fall asleep, and he's going to lose his last turn of Dynamax. So I think here we just do an easy Max Steel Surge into the Whimsicott to get our spikes up and take the Whimsicott out, and also get a good coil off. Because either way, you either keep in Duraludon and take the sleep turns, or switch. Either way, you're losing your Dynamax. Okay, so you switch the Whimsicott into Venusaur. So we are going to get some chip on this Venusaur, and then Whimsicott is going to get taken out after the Steel Spike chip when it switches back in. And that does a good amount, so that's definitely a Focus Sash Venusaur. And we do get the coil off, so basically a free coil. And we get our spikes up. Now we should have 2 more turns of Trick Room. And I think here we just target into the Duraludon to get our special defense boost, and Ice Beam into that Venusaur. Yes, we do have 2 more turns of Trick Room. So you're going to withdraw Venusaur, and the Arcanine's going to come out. The Intimidate is going to go off, which is bad against my Copperajah, but it is going to activate my Milotic's competitive. And Copperajah is just going to Max Quake. And that does nothing after that Intimidate drop. Oh, goodness. And we do get the freeze on Arcanine, so we're just having good stuff thrown our way this match. So I think here I want to Max Quake again. And I definitely want to do it into the Duraludon and Muddy Water from the Milotic. So we get another special defense boost on Milotic and Copperajah, and we get the Muddy Water off. And a double knockout. So Venusaur is going to come in and take chip from the Steel Spikes, and then Whimsicott is probably going to get 100% knocked out from the Steel Spikes. Trick Room is over though, so Venusaur can definitely start sleep powdering, so this isn't technically over, but my opponent bringing this back is going to have a challenge. And the Steel Spikes are going to take out Whimsicott and do some good chip on Venusaur. So my Milotic is +2 in special attack, +2 in defense, and +1 in defense. So if you would have to sleep powder one Pokemon, it would definitely be Milotic, and the battle's just going to be canceled. Alright, so I'm definitely feeling a lot more confident with the Copperajah team than I am the G-Max Pikachu team. The G-Max Pikachu team I kind of put together. I took EV spreads from a Moxie Boosted video that I saw and kind of threw what I thought would help out the Pikachu. It just ended up being too much of a glass cannon and not being able to control the speed enough to my liking. So I do think we're going to go with the Copperajah team just because there's a lot more tools to get Trick Room up, and it's easier to get momentum once you get special defense boosts and you get the Steel Spikes up. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, like it down below, and if you didn't, let me know down in the comments below. Tell me how I can improve this team. Tell me what you don't like about it. But anyways, I've been Zach. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.